if you go to my father's house in Suez, water does not flow again. Every family has to dig a well or a borrow, depending on your economic strength. In the city of Lagos, Surulere. So without agricultural productivity, industrial presence. Now, let's go ahead quickly. I also have a table here, I don't know if you can show, showing the differences between developed and developing countries. What are the indices, the measures we can use, the categories we can use to measure what is development or developed countries? One, literacy. What is the rate of literacy in our country? We talk about developed nations, high literacy level due to quality education system and widespread access. Developing nations, on the other hand, have low literacy level resulting from inadequate educational infrastructure and limited access. I'm told that the northeast of Nigeria, has the highest concentration of illiterates in the world. The northeast of Nigeria has the highest concentration of illiteracy in the world. And that is why Boko Haram, insecurity thrives easily from the northeast to the north central to the northwest. Now, the next one we talk about technology. In developed countries, they have advanced technology, breakthroughs and innovation-driven economies. I remember vividly in Radio Nigeria when I started there, when we want to send report to Abuja, we will take our analog recorder. I have some of my guys in the house. Take our analog recorder, we will put it onto the phone, and we will play the report. We will play the report, and the people in Abuja, they will save it. But now by the time I left, they had bought us digital recorders. I mean, that's the transition. I saw the transition from analog technology to digital technology in Radio Nigeria. Then, in developing countries, what do we have in technology? Limited technological breakthroughs and slow option of innovation. The healthcare, in developed nations, we have adequate medical care, advanced healthcare facilities, and wider coverage. Let me skip this my table. By the time I'm leaving, I'll leave the full paper. So let me skip that one. Two numbers and varying perspectives of development have their places. They do not tell the whole story. At its core, development is about people. It is about whether children can attend good schools and dream beyond the classrooms. It is about whether mothers can deliver their babies safely in well-equipped hospitals. It is about whether families can travel on decent roads, drink clean water, and live in safe communities. When I was growing up, I did not see one of our mothers die at childbirth. None of them died at childbirth because the healthcare facility in Lagos in the 60s and 70s was very good. Our mothers will go to Roundel Hospital, Surulere, they will give birth and they will come back home. But today, a young lady wants to give birth, she becomes a prayer point in our churches. The pastor has to stay at the entrance of the delivery room because we have poor healthcare facilities. Now let's go ahead to another one. So, when we say development is about freedom, dignity, equality and opportunities, we mean that true development must touch the very core of human existence. What are the very core of human existence? One, freedom. It means people are not held back by poverty. When people are in poverty, they are in chains. Ignorance. When people do not have education, they have limited opportunities. Ignorance, oppression. It is the assurance that individuals can make choices about their lives and futures without fear, with the liberty to dream and to pursue their dreams. Another one is dignity. It means that every person, regardless of their background, is respected and valued. It is about recognizing each individual as a human being, worth deserving of honor and human treatment. Those are also examples of development. Then the next one is equality. It means that the blessings of growth and progress are shared fairly. In developed countries, the blessings of progress are shared freely. I had the opportunity to attend RUNTC, and one day I was going to take the bus, RUNTC Netherlands. I was going to take the bus, and I found that the bus would come at exactly when it was supposed to come and pick us. And I asked the question, why does the bus come at the right time? They told me because it is a product of payment by taxpayers. It is being run by taxpayers. So the bus driver will come and pick you at the bus stop when he's supposed to be there. Now, let us do the next, after we have done conceptual clarification of development, let us do the next one, which is regional impact. Then we now dovetail into media role, then we now conclude. When we speak of regional impact, we are asking a very practical question. How do policies, projects or social initiatives translate into real change in the lives of the people within a specific community or region? That is a working definition of regional impact. Impact is not about ground announcements made in Abuja or at state capitals. It is about whether those announcements are felt in the marketplaces. So when we talk about regional development, our interest is how does it cascade, how does it trickle into the lives of the citizens quickly. Now, but impact alone is not enough. For development to be sustainable, it must spread. Development must spread not just in rural areas, it must be not just in the cities, it must also be in the rural areas. It must be in different corners of the country, in different areas of our lives. It must reach beyond one community or one cluster of people. That is where expansion comes in. For instance, Awolowo's educational policy is spread from Lagos as far as Delta State, then Bendel State. So the people in Bendel State, the people in Lagos had education free of charge under Awolowo. We are close to Bodija. Here I was told most of the estate we see here was as developed by Awolowo. You look ahead of you see cocoa house. They tell me it was cocoa money. Everywhere you turn in Ibadan, the big project you see in Ibadan is Awolowo that did it. The expansion was from Lagos to as far as Bendel State, then now Delta and Edo State. Now, where I'm going to take it slowly now. I've talked about development, I've talked about regional impact. Now I want to narrow it to what does all this mean for us in the media? What does it mean for us in the media? If regional impact is about depth and expansion, regional impact, if it is about depth and expansion, then the pressing question is who ensures that this depth is meaningful and this breadth reaches far enough? That is the power of the media. The media can inform, the media can educate, the media can persuade, the media can set agenda, the media can promote culture, the media can do surveillance, correlation, linkage function. The media can gatekeeping, status control. The media should hold government accountable for its development agenda. Now, he says the pressing question is who ensures that the depth is meaningful and that the breadth reaches far enough? The answer, simply put, is the media. Most of us who are old enough here know that everything the military took over, after they have taken the military installations, where did they go to? Somebody help me. Where did they go to? After they have taken over they go to Radio Nigeria where? Radio Nigeria where? They will storm Radio Nigeria Ikoyi. And the next thing you hear military. I remember 1976, Dinka coup. I think I was in primary 1. Immediately they announced it, our mothers ran straight to the school. What did they ran to come and pick us. I remember the coup of 1985. No, the first one was 83. The Buhari coup. I remember the 1985 coup. And I remember the bloodiest coup. The bloodiest coup, according to records, was the 1990 Gideon Oka coup. It was that coup that made Babangida to move quickly to Abuja. That was the day his aide-de-camp, Colonel Bako, was killed. They always go to the media because with the power of the media, they could reach millions of people. And what we hear, martial music, fellow Nigerians, the federal military government, federal military council are taking over from the corrupt politicians. There's a dusk-to-dusk curfew from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. If your father no take time, if you go out, if I may catch, what you go do? So let's go ahead. That's the power of the media, because the media can reach billions of people at the same time. You can see I say it carelessly, not millions, billions. In fact, it is recorded that the Olympic where Usain Bolt won the gold, over 1 billion people saw that final at the same time, where all of them ran for 10 seconds. They said over 1 billion people saw them run in less than 10 seconds. So what does it mean for the media? The media cannot remain a spectator. It must stand as a central partner in the development process, an active force that ensures impact is truly felt and expansion is genuinely sustained. But what does this partnership look like in practice? Let us examine the specific roles the media play in driving development. I'm crossing towards the end of my paper. What is the role of media in driving development? One, unpacking the 5 roles of media in development. The mass media, encompassing radio, television, print, and digital platforms, play a central role in the pursuit of national unity. That's why if you read the MB Code, they are careful to put it there that we must promote national unity and development. It serves as society's information hub. We live in an information age beyond the social media. Let's hold on to traditional media, because traditional media is more objective and balanced. Anybody can take a phone and have a podcast, have a blog. Anybody can have a YouTube channel. But before you can pass through your news report through the newsroom, where I pass through. In fact, when I go to the Nigeria newsroom, I don't know if my guy Bishop is here. He asked me to write a news report. I was writing a story. He said, "Do you see by money report?" He asked me that he helped me how to write it. He will reverse it. If he doesn't like it, he throws it away. But on the social media, anybody can post anything. You can have a blog, you can do postcard and podcast, YouTube channel. I mean, anybody can just be. Now, on the social media, the people are not just consumers of media content. They are producers and distributors of media content. Good. Yeah. So some of the roles, I will skip some of the notes, I will drop the notes for the organizers plate, I will do the whole paper. One, what are some of the roles that the media play that we know? Information and awareness creation, education. Both formal and informal education. We understood this better under coronavirus. A lot of schools went on radio and TV. Then advocacy and agenda setting. The media can set agenda. What does media do by setting agenda? The media set agenda by telling us what should be, not what is. That's what media does. By setting agenda. You want to focus on agriculture, on education, on culture, on different aspects. So by the frequency, by the magnitude of your report, you can set agenda. The media also does feedback and accountability. The media is the people's microphone. We must give the microphone to the people. Before they said radio is astromagnesi. No, radio has passed the level. Radio now you get immediate feedback. Good. It also promotes, we talk about cultural preservation and integration. That's why for us in broadcasting, the MB Code says that 610 and above of our account must be what? Local. Development is not only about infrastructure, it is also about identity. The media safeguards local languages, traditions, and cultural practices, ensuring that communities rooted even as they grow. By celebrating diversity and promoting shared values, it fosters unity and social cohesion. With cultural preservation, progress risks becoming hollow, with each development soul and meaning. The mass media, like I said, also serves moral mobilization, persuasion, agenda setting, status control, surveillance, linkage function, among others. Now let me narrow down to Radio Nigeria as I'm working towards the end. Radio Nigeria's regional stations are not just broadcasters. They are lifelines of government in the communities they serve across the southwest. From Premier FM in Ibadan to Choice FM in Ota, from Amonibu FM's Yoruba programming to Communities Reach of Gold FM, Positive FM, Asari FM, Oko FM. These stations 5 critical roles of media. They inform, educate, advocate, provide feedback, and preserve culture in ways that touch people's lives. In my slide, there's a diagram of the stations. Now, an overview of the programs on Premier FM and Amonibu FM highlights their thematic focus and relevance to community development. Of the stations, I focused on 2. The programs on Premier FM such as Grassroots, Focal Point, and adopt a broad approach by addressing rural challenges. This one focuses on rural development, social, economic, and cultural issues, as well as regional development within the southwest, that is Oodua, Tiletoko. In contrast, Amonibu FM features programs like Aroko Bodunde, Agbaloba. This one's focused on what? Agriculture. And Relay. This one's focused on what? On safety. And Agbofuro focuses on another aspect of development, that is security. This reflects a more community-oriented and specific emphasis. These 2 stations illustrate the medium for public education, awareness, and grassroots treatments, linking everyday realities with wider social development programs. Furthermore, an analysis of Radio Nigeria's programming reveals a deliberate alignment with the pillars of national development, positioning the station as more than an entertainment platform but an agent of transformation. What Nigeria does is start an agent of transformation. The educational dimension is evident in literacy programs and health awareness that not inform citizens but also equip them with knowledge that can improve their quality of life in a country where access to education and health services is uneven. Leadership bridge the gaps by providing accessible and costly knowledge free to millions. So when you listen to Radio Nigeria, you can hear it is used for formal education and informal education. So also some other broadcast stations. For instance, you watch NTA, you see programs like I Need to Know. All these have specific development agenda. For instance, cultural programming also features prominently with content that celebrates festivals, oral traditions, and indigenous storytelling. For instance, these broadcasts do more than entertain. They preserve heritage. A country that does not preserve its heritage is on the verge of what? Disintegration and extinction. Part of our heritage is what? Our language. So, the point one clear conclusion. The future requires innovation and intentionality. If Radio Nigeria is to remain at the heart of development, it must adapt, expand, and reimagine its role in the 21st century. I propose some strategic direction for the mass media. I speak to the Director General, our Zonal Director, and our leaders here. I propose some strategic direction for the mass media, including the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, to strengthen their contribution to national development. 1. Digital transformation. Radio Nigeria must expand beyond traditional broadcasting into the digital space. We have done that, we'll do it better. Social media, podcasts, streaming, apps, and interactive platforms are no longer optional. They are essential to reach younger audiences and the global space. 2. Community-centered programming. Programs must be rooted in the realities of grassroots communities. This more English language content, more participatory shows, and more consistent coverage of rural news. I also talked about ship and operation. The collaboration with NGOs, schools, hospitals, and agricultural agencies to co-produce development content. Imagine a weekly hour supported by the Ministry of Health, or a farming program co-hosted with agricultural extension workers. This partnership can multiply impact. We are doing it, we can do more of it. Of course, capacity building, funding, and sustainability. I propose more methods of funding. What I know, we get funding from 3 sources: federal government funds, commercials, and barter. We can do more. Global methods of broadcast, of funding broadcasting. 1. In addition to traditional revenue sources, global impacts such as crowdfunding, mobilizing small contributions from large audiences to support specific programs or stations, and collaborative funding, pooling resources from multiple stakeholders, including donors, private sector, and development partners, to support programming adopted to strengthen financial sustainability and independence. I also talked about diaspora integration. Create content and digital platforms that connect Nigerians abroad with some home-based realities, leveraging their remittances, expertise, and networks for national development. Then, I talked about public and private partnership. As I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, Zonal Director, the DG, the media is not just a weakness for development. It is a driver of development. From the pioneering voice of Iwe-Iroyin in the 1950s, through the boom of WNTV in the 60s, to enduring presence of Radio Nigeria today, one truth has remained constant: communication shapes society. Regional impact depends on how effectively we harness our resources, preserve our culture, and expand opportunities for our people. In this journey, the media must remain at the center, informing, educating, mobilizing, and holding all stakeholders accountable. As we reflect on the theme, our legacy, our people, our impact, let us renew our commitment to strengthening Radio Nigeria, revitalizing its mission, and positioning it to meet the challenges of the future. With vision, creativity, and collaboration, Radio Nigeria can continue to stand as a true national leader, a voice for unity, and a catalyst for sustainable development. Thank you. Please, can you just give me 30 seconds of your time? 30 seconds. Please, I have this opportunity to say this one. Just allow me 30 seconds. Yesterday, I had an announcement on Radio Nigeria that one of our deputy directors, Gabriel Onofurume, Gabriel is gradually losing his life because of an illness. And I heard on Radio Nigeria that they are trying to raise money for Gabriel. I want to encourage everyone that can. Please, let's all find a way to reach out to Angel Gabriel. That's what we call him. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Francis.
Dr. Francis, you wish you.
That was indeed insightful, eye-opening, and definitely we can take 1 or 2 points away from it. The keynote address on the theme, regional impact and role of the media in development and expansion, Dr. Francis Ambenao, we appreciate you. And on that 30 seconds message, it's something for us to think about, because whoever you can so help is your neighbor. Thank you very much for your patience so far. Sheila, thank you. Without much ado, I'd like to recognize in our midst Omotolani Tijani, brand manager, Mocha Foam, a major partner. Let's appreciate them. I also like to recognize in this gathering a brother, a mentor, We call him DJ Semite, Mr. Semiu Adeneko. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you for being here. We also welcome Honorable Kola Amo. Thank you for being here for this evening. Another major partner that has been there for Radio Nigeria. Every time we call on them, they respond. That's the Miyetti Allah Nigeria or your state chapter. Alhaji Yakubu for being here. Alhaji Abubakar Abdullah, Adamu Abubakar, Zainat Yakubu, Ajara Yakubu, Alhaji Olaniyo Ismaila Bayonle, Director Operations at Bini BFM, Dokita Bayonle. You're very much welcome, sir. Thank you. All right. We want to quickly jumpstart the celebration. Sheila, hold on. You will have your time. Imoyo Sola, please come on stage. Is for a minute. I want us to listen to you. We want to jumpstart the celebration proper, as we would be bringing dignitaries here for their goodwill message and for their honor. But first, Ile Somi will do some magic quickly.
Imam Sola káàbọ̀ sórí ètò bọ́ síbí ẹ̀yin náà ẹ wọ ọmọ ẹ wọ bọ́ síbí náà kí ni kí ló ṣe bọ́ síbí jọ̀ọ́ ilé kábíyèsí ló ti ń bọ̀.
ìmọ̀ kan fìdítì kan ní.
káàbọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wa tí a jọ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ètò yìí tí wọ́n dẹ̀ bá wa dá sí àjọ fìfẹ́ lò pọ̀ àwọn náà ni àwọn a ní Ìgbò láàrin wa a ní Haúsá a ní Fúlàní ṣẹwárí àwọn Fúlàní ti darandaran tí àwọn kì í ṣe darandaran àjọ sọ̀pọ̀ àwọn náà wá àwa kí àti Yakubu Bello Seriki Fúlàní Miyetti Allah ẹ̀yìndà Alhaji where are you níbo lẹ́wà ẹ juwọ́ ẹ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn rí yìí ẹ̀yin ọ̀sà yẹn ẹ bá mú Alhaji máa bọ̀ ń bí báyìí Seriki ni wọ́n ẹ fún wọn ní ọlátọ́lá ṣe tiwọn àwọn tí wọ́n kọ̀ wọ́n rìn pẹ̀lú wọn sílà nísùúrù wá sì kọrin fún wọn nísùúrù. Adeki Yusuf Haruna ẹ káàbọ̀ àwọn ni chairman bákan náà la kí Alhaji Abubakar Abdullahi ẹ ṣé Adamu Abubakar Zanat Yakubu Ajara Yakubu Alhaji akíọ̀gáwọ̀ Alhaji Ismaila Ọláníyan Dókítà Báyọ̀nlé ọ̀tún ọmọ nígbà dẹ́fọ̀n nìbàdàn aláṣẹ àti olùdarí ọ̀gá àgbà lẹ́ka ètò gbogbo tó ń jáde ní Abínibí FM Dókítà Báyọ̀nlé Ismaila Ọláníyan tọ́jú ìṣẹ́fẹ̀yìntì iléeṣẹ́ rédíò ọ̀gá bólẹ̀ wà ọ̀gá ẹ̀jú ọwọ́ sáwọn èèyàn Dókítà Báyọ̀nlé ẹ káàbọ̀ sáàrin wa bákan náà la kí Ayọ̀míkó Ajíbọ́lá àti Fasasi Ismail tí wọ́n ń ṣojú Honourable Commissioner for Information and Orientation Fasasi ẹ káàbọ̀ ẹ bá kí commissioner wípé wọ́n ṣeun wa nígbà gbogbo mò ń bọ̀ ìmọ̀yọ̀ àbí kí n fún ẹ lápò ẹ mò ń bọ̀ ó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ó dà ẹ̀kọ́ tó di pé màá fún Ìmọ̀yọ̀ Sọlá a ní ẹnìkan láàrin wa ń bí àwọn ni wọ́n kọ́kọ́ dé sí orí ètò yìí wọ́n dẹ̀ ní ibi tí ó pọ̀ tán fẹ́ lọ ṣùgbọ́n kán tó lọ kán máa bọ̀ ń bínú àwọn náà ni Engineer Sunday Gbenjo tí wọ́n jẹ́ Balógun Anglican Church ní Àjíà member Island Club ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó past president Zenith Club ní Lagos member Polo Club nílùú Ìbàdàn member CCII bákan náà àwọn ni president ọmọ àjòròsùn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí àwọn tún ní chairman Ìbàdàn week lọ́dún 2023 Engineer Sunday ẹ máa bọ̀ ọmọ aláàjì láàyè àwọn nìyẹn aláwọ̀sọ ajífọjọ́ gbogbo dára bíi ẹ bá jókòó síbẹ̀ ẹ̀ sà ọ́ ṣàdá ibẹ̀ yẹn ni ẹ káàbọ̀ sà àwọn ni ààrẹ fún ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ àjòròsùn a kí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa tí wọ́n wà ń kalẹ̀ Ọmọ́tọ́láni Tìjání àwọn ni brand manager Mokaphone.
adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run kó tó di pé a pe CMD láti máa gbọ̀ wá gbà mí ẹ̀yẹ torí pé wọ́n ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan láti ṣe rédíò Nàìjíríà ló ń ṣe nǹkan kò dẹ̀ sí rédíò tẹ́ ẹ máa dé bí èèyàn kan bá gbilẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ lónìí á jẹ́ kó ti gba rédíò Nàìjíríà kọjá. Let me quickly take you through a memory lane. Àwọn nǹkan kan wà tí a lè gbàgbé ní rédíò Nàìjíríà ẹja bẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí ìwé ọ̀rẹ́dà èwo ń bẹ̀sà gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣe é rántí ẹ̀ káyì àwọn èèyàn ò dáhùn o káyì o gbọ́dọ̀ fún ìwà àbàjẹ́ ni àtẹni tó ń fún ni àtẹni tó ń gbà ọ̀bàyéjẹ́lẹ̀ yìí méjèèjì ẹ sì ti lùfin ìjọba táwọn àti kò tí ì sí ẹsẹ̀ fóònù nọ́mbà rédíò Nàìjíríà ọ̀rẹ́ aráàlú yìí ní ìkan 0224149449 ẹ rántí 0224144949 tí rédíò Nàìjíríà bá fẹ́ ṣí nígbà yẹn dídìdìdìdì déédéé kí lẹ pé oríṣiríṣi làwọn èèyàn tú sí ṣùgbọ́n this is the Nigeria Broadcasting Station wọ́n ní ló fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ṣùgbọ́n nìbàdàn láwà tá a gbé ń jayé nìbàdàn láwà láyé ìgbà tí rédíò Nàìjíríà tí ò tí ì sí àwọn rédíò tó dé yìí bí a bá fẹ́ ṣíde láàárọ̀ etí a fi ní 93.5 99.1 ṣé a lè rántí báńdì rédíò Nàìjíríà aráàlú 657 kilowatt 522 meters ṣé ẹ rántí ṣá 657 kilowatt 522 meters ẹ pàtẹ́wọ́ fún rédíò Nàìjíríà aráàlú.
Thank you very much, Imoyo Sola Adetoro. We recognize in our midst Dr. Akeem Amodu, CD University. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Honorable Musa Kazim, we also appreciate your presence here this afternoon. At this juncture, we recognize the presence of a former zonal director, FRCN Ibadan, in person of the star voice, Mrs. Bola Tito Janet Joseph, one of the honoraries for today. BJJ, you're very much welcome. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming. Also, the Chief Operating Officer of Solutions FM, our own Chief Mrs. Fumi Chima. Yeah, you pay for it today. You're welcome in our midst. We'll take some addresses, keynotes, and it's going to be a 2-in-1. And I'd like to crave your indulgence by inviting our host on this ground, the Chief Medical Director, University College Hospital, Professor Abiodun Otekbayo. To this side of the divide, he will speak to us briefly, then we will give him a gift, and he will speak to us again. Sheila.
Professor Jesse Otekbayo. Professor Jesse Otekbayo.
Memorable occasion that everyone is actually happy about. Let's take a listen.
Professor Jesse Otekbayo.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Because of time, let me skip the protocols. Let me just align with the protocols that have been laid effectively by the compeers of this occasion. But let me just say I appreciate Radio Nigeria Ibadan, and I must thank the chairman of the organizing committee, Mrs. Stella Oyebanji, for inviting me. I also recognize Mrs. Bolatito Joseph. We always hear their names on radio, and all the others who have made this occasion a memorable one. I'll go straight to my speech. It gives me immense pleasure to be here at this remarkable occasion aimed at rebranding of the Radio Nigeria Ibadan for greater efficiency and better service delivery. The theme, our legacy, our people, our impact, is absolutely profound, for it speaks directly to the essence of institutions and their place in nation building.
This is Chilelo.
Radio Nigeria Ibadan is not just a broadcasting station, it is a legacy bequeathed to us by the founding and visionary leaders of a cultural landmark, a voice of history, and a bridge between generations. From its early days, this station has played a pivotal role in shaping public opinion, promoting education, deepening democratic values, and preserving our nation's diverse cultural heritage. Many of us grew up listening to its voices, voices that informed, enlightened, and inspired. This is the legacy that we celebrate today. I particularly like listening to the 7 a.m. news of FRCN because I get the gist of what is going on in the nation. And I even still have some names that I remember. When I was in Kaduna in the 80s, I listened to political views, and they would just come, Radio Nigeria, Kaduna, democracy in action. It's still in my head, and we hear a lot of things. And morning and evening, particularly the morning one, I usually don't miss it. Even when outside the country, I still go to their website. As a physician and academic, I appreciate the power of communication in shaping health outcomes, public perceptions, and social transformation. At the University College Hospital Ibadan, we know that accurate information can save lives, just as misinformation can put communities in jeopardy. In this regard, the role of Radio Nigeria Ibadan has been invaluable in disseminating credible information that fosters healthier, safer, and more enlightened citizens. Our legacy, going by the themes of this occasion, institutions endure because they are true to their founding vision while adapting to the needs of their time. Radio Nigeria Ibadan has consistently upheld professionalism, integrity, and service to the people. A round of applause for that, please. And our people, no institution thrives without its people. The broadcasters, the journalists, technicians, and managers who give their voices, intellect, and creativity to Radio Nigeria are the real treasures. They embody resilience and innovation, ensuring the station remains relevant across generations. Their impact, ultimately the worth of any institution, is measured by the positive change they bring, from educating rural communities to providing a platform for governance and accountability, from preserving indigenous languages to uniting diverse people. The impact of Radio Nigeria Ibadan cannot be overstated. As we celebrate today, let us also look forward. The world is digital. Audiences are global. To remain impactful, Radio Nigeria must continue to expand its reach, embrace new technologies, and nurture young talents who will carry the torch into the future. Legacy is not about the past alone. It is about creating footprints that future generations will find worthy to follow. On behalf of the Honorable Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Ali Pate, the management, staff, students, and patients of the University College Hospital Ibadan, I congratulate Radio Nigeria Ibadan on this important assembly. May your legacy continue to shine. May your people remain your strength, and may your impact endure for generations to come. And I can assure you that the University College Hospital is ready to partner with you in any dimension, and together we shall lift the people and we shall unite the Nigerian nation. Thank you very much for inviting me.
CMD, sir, please don't go yet. For all that you do, we would like to do some appreciation. We'd like you to stay here, sir. Yes, sir. The Chief Medical Director, University College Hospital, ladies and gentlemen, let's appreciate him. We want to say our own thank you. Sir, you're a man of honor. Time immemorial, University College Hospital has been a great friend and a great partner of of Radio Nigeria. We had Ikeagba, we brought it, you partnered us, we celebrated the elders. Geriatrics department, anytime we have that program, they always represent the Elders Forum. So when this committee came around and you opened your doors to accept them, to give us the opportunity to be here this afternoon, it is a milestone for us. We say thank you. And it's on this note, we'd like to give you a token of appreciation from Radio Nigeria as one of our honorees. We would quickly listen to a short profile about you before we present you that token. Engineers.
Professor Jesse Abiodun Otegbayo is a distinguished physician, academic, and administrator. He earned his MBBS from the University of Ibadan in 1989, specializing in internal medicine and gastroenterology, and holds advanced degrees in chemical pathology, immunology, and medicine. He is a fellow of several prestigious bodies, including the West African College of Physicians, the American College of Gastroenterology, the Royal College of Physicians, Glasgow, and the Nigerian Academy of Medicine. A professor of medicine at the University of Ibadan and consultant at UCH, he has trained and examined generations of doctors across West Africa and published over 90 scholarly works on liver and gastrointestinal diseases. He has led major professional and institutional bodies, including as editor-in-chief of the Nigerian Journal of Gastroenterology and Hepatology, president of the Association of Resident Doctors, chairman of the Medical and Dental Consultants Association at UCH, and chief medical director of the University of Sierra Leone Teaching Hospitals Complex. Professor Otegbayo is currently the chief medical director of the University College Hospital, UCH Ibadan. He is married to Professor Bolanle Otegbayo of Bowen University, and they are blessed with children. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present to you Professor Jesse Abiodun Olubanjo Otegbayo. Professor Jesse Abiodun Olubanjo Otegbayo.
Thank you very much. And to present the award, I would like to call on the Director General, FRCN, Dr. Muhammad Bulama, ably represented by the Director, Lagos Operations, Pastor Mrs. Bolanle Owoyemi, as she steps forward to present alongside the Zonal Director, Ibadan Zonal Station, for this August event.
Kọ́báìlọ ṣáájú mọ́mọ́ pé ó tètè bọ̀ kọ́báìlọ ṣáájú mọ́mọ́ pé ó tètè bọ̀ ìrí ọ̀rọ̀ o bàbá Jẹ̀ṣà lọ Súlẹ̀ṣà kárí ọ̀rọ̀ o bàbá Jẹ̀ṣà ṣòro. Professor Jesse Otegbayo.
On behalf of the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, Dr. Bulama, the entire staff of FRCN Ibadan Zonal Station, we present this award to you, Professor Jesse Abiodun Otegbayo, CMD Director, University College UCH Ibadan. This award is day 25th September 2025, Humanitarian Service Award. God bless you.
A good one there. From the Director General of Radio Nigeria to the CMD of University College Hospital, UCH. Distinguished award there, I tell you, for service to humanity and everything that has to do with health, the generality of the public. This is a laudable achievement, and which we will all ensure that we continue to see as a milestone in the direction of things that happen on all fronts in Nigeria.
She's whispering something into my ears. I'm an Ijesha man, unapologetically. Ijesha people all over the world are very clannish. Whenever you do your thing, you lose all borders, you lose all restrictions, and you gel together immediately. She knows how to render the ancestral praise, which is key of it. And she was telling me that the time she came to my office and rendered it, I gave her money. And that today I must drop money again. I will send it by email. It was sent in the National Assembly. I just want to thank Radio Nigeria Ibadan and also the DG, Dr. Bulama, who is being represented here by Madam and the zonal manager. And just to let you know that this will just be a spur for us at the University of Ibadan College Hospital, College to do more. They say in Yoruba, yini yini kani shemi. This is a way of doing yini yini to me and to UCH, and we will shame me by the grace of God. Thank you very much. We wish you Nigeria increase and prosperity. Thank you very much. Your email will be short.
Ìjẹ̀ṣà òṣèré onílẹ̀ òbí tẹ́nigbọ́lá ọmọ agbódókòrò ní mòye òkè kékeré láṣọ wọn lóde ẹ̀gbájọ ilẹ̀ gọ̀dọ̀ tí ẹ̀mí láṣọ hàn jẹ̀ṣà èso ọ̀fọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ ṣe lálẹ́ bàbá rẹ̀ Olúbánjọ Ọ̀tẹ́gbayọ̀ ẹ̀yẹ̀lẹ̀ jẹ́ ọmọ wa ọmọ ẹkùn ọmọ olúwa lẹ́tìlẹ́ ọ̀nà ìgílà ó ránṣẹ́ ọlọ́lá sọ́ọ̀ni Ìjẹ̀ṣà ọmọ atẹ́nigbọ́lá ọmọ atẹ́nigbọ́rẹ́ Ìjẹ̀ṣà èsùn ọ̀fọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ ṣe lálẹ́ Ìjẹ̀ṣà ẹ̀yẹ̀lẹ̀ jẹ́ wọ́n ní ọmọ olóbì kan ò wọ́wọ́ tiri wọ́ ọmọ olóbì kan ò wọ̀wọ̀ tiri wọ̀ èyí ni awọ̀ sínú igbó èyí tí ò fẹ́ ni awọ̀ sí igbó èyí tó fẹ́ ni sọ́dọ̀ ẹni Ìjẹ̀ṣà rèé àròkùnyọ̀. That is an Ìjẹ̀ṣà man for you. Kí ẹ bá mi tó hàn mọ́tò mi jẹ́ mi sọ̀rọ̀.
Professor Tomori, Professor Otegbayo, Professor Jesse.
Let me correct one aspect of the origin that you didn't get. Èyí tí ò bá fẹ́ tẹni awọ̀ sínú ogbó àwọn ẹranko búburú wọn máa mú jẹ.
Kúlé ètò fẹ́ ni àwọ̀ sápò ẹni.
Ẹgbà kúlé ìṣànílé. Ìjẹ̀ṣà òṣèré ọmọ òbòkun Professor Jesse Babawa. Professor.
So the chairperson was just whispering something to my head too.
Professor Moyin Babawa. Professor Jesse.
Daddy Jesse Olúbánjọ Ọ̀tẹ́gbayọ̀. Only twins new. We are still coming for more, sir. God bless you really good for what you have done for us. Now we want to call the next for his goodwill message and to also receive his award. Tani a fẹ́ pè báyìí, ẹni tí a fẹ́ pè báyìí. Àwọn náà ni engineer Sunday Oyèkànmí Gbénjó tí wọ́n jẹ́ ọmọ bíbí ìlú Ìbàdàn nílé Olúyọ̀lé Ìbàdàn níbi olè gbé ń jàre olóhùn àwọn ní balógun Anglican Church ní Àjíà Sheila díẹ̀díẹ̀ member Highland Club Lagos past president Zenith Club Lagos member Polo Club member CCII member of Jorosun and also the president of Omo Jorosun Tilẹ̀ Ìbàdàn the chairman Ìbàdàn week 2023 ẹ káàbọ̀ láti bá àwa sọ̀rọ̀ kó tó di pé ẹ gbà mí ẹyẹ.
Thank you, DMC. I want to stand on the existing protocol. First of all, let me congratulate Federal Radio Commission for this program. And let me echo what the chairman said. The chairman of the day said, the program we're here today has to do with rebranding. And when you are rebranding, a lot of elements go into it. But for all this not to go down the drain, the management and staff of Radio Nigeria have to lead in the rebranding. They have to know that the challenges outside there today is different from challenges 20 years ago. For the rebranding to have any effect at all, I'm telling you, there's a need for them to be able to put in more efforts than necessary. So I want to congratulate you, because for you to think of this, it means you have a positive mindset. And my prayer is Almighty God will continue to be with the group, and the group will be leaping from one stage to another. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Some position here, sir. We'd like to quickly hear and know more of you. Nelly. No, Sheila, no. Nelly.
Sunday Oyèkànmí Gbénjó is a native of Ibadan, Oyo State. Fondly called Gbénjó, he attended Igboelere Grammar School and now serves as the national president of its Old Students Association. He studied telecom electronics engineering at the Nigerian Naval School of Engineering and later earned an executive MBA from Business School Netherlands, BSN, as well as completing the CEM5 program at Lagos Business School. He worked with the Nigerian Naval Dockyard and NNS Erimi before joining RT Briscoe PLC in 1995. He later founded Total Telecom Nigeria Limited, a leading authorized distributor of Motorola two-way radio systems. He is the current president of Omo Jorosun Club, Ibadan, and also leads the Inukon Development Forum, which advocates for infrastructure development across Ajia and over 200 villages in your states. A Rotarian with RC Isolo District 9110 Lagos, he was club president in 2008-2009, placing second overall in the district. He is the past assistant governor, a major donor, Step 2, and has attended Rotary International conferences in Atlanta and Toronto. Beyond professional and civic roles, he is Balogun Ijo of St. Paul Anglican Church, Ajia. He is married with children. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present to you Engineer Sunday Oyèkànmí Gbénjó.
Let's appreciate as I invite the Zonal Director, Ibadan Zonal Station, Mr. Dominic Mokiko, to present this award of merit to Engineer Sunday Gbénjó. Sheila, step in.
We are very pole kojo. Engineer Sunday mi o, Ìbàdàn nílé rẹ o. Engineer tó mọ̀ye, Ìbàdàn sá nílé padà tiẹ̀. bàbá mi. Oya shake your body.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. On behalf of Region Nigeria Ibadan Management Committee and the entire staff of Region Nigeria Ibadan Zone, I present to you Engineer Sunday Oyekanmi Gbenjo. Incidentally, we answer the same name. My middle name is also Sunday. So it just presents that we are doing it together, and I know more blessings will follow this. An award of Philanthropist of the Year to you this day, 25th day of September 2025, in appreciation of what you do to help humanity. God bless you, and we'll take you to the next pedestal in Jesus' name.
Congratulations to you. Engineer Sunday Leo. Engineer, ayé bá ń jayé, ó máa bá wọn jayé. Bí bàbá jẹ gbà, ó máa bá wọn jẹ gbà. Engineer, kò sóhun tó lè tí kì í rọ̀. Ìgbẹ̀yìn á dára, mo róye o. Kò sóhun tó lè tí kì í rọ̀.
Thank you very much, Sheila. Sheila, thank you. Engineer, you are the Philanthropist of the Year.
For every merit award, always go with something. By the virtue of the kind of profession I find myself, we don't normally like announcing donations. That we ensure I give something reasonably to the organizer. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's appreciate Engineer Sunday. How the figures with zeros? The number of zeros is one I don't know. It's 6, it could be 8. But zeros must be large. Let's appreciate the Philanthropist of the Year, Engineer Sunday Gbenjo, President Ajorosi Club.
General Manager, Premier FM, Baba mi ekwi kale. Mo kiye, Engineer Sunday Baba. Daddy, ijo rẹ̀ dá, ó yá bẹ̀rẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ gójó. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ gójó. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ gójó. Engineer Sunday. Bàbá mi ṣẹ́gun ẹ̀kọ́ mú mọ́.
Thank you, Sheila. Next. Thank you very much. And in fact, we're moving to that side you just mentioned. It's still the Regional Assembly of Radio Nigeria Ibadan. And it's the part 2 whereby we get to celebrate and give honor to whom honor is due. At this juncture, I'd like to invite our Royal Mother, Olori Joel Oyekemi Akintola, Olori Alapa of Okiapa via Ogbomoso. Let's welcome our Royal Mother to this side for our keynote address and our honors. Sheila.
Oluwa, Oluwa, wa. Ọlọ́run ẹlẹ́dàá mi. Olówó orí mi ó máa ṣe. Mo dúpẹ́ kókó mi yọ. Olúwa mi, Olúwa, Olúwa wa. Ọ̀gá ògo, Ọlọ́run ẹlẹ́rù mi. Olówó orí mi ó máa ṣe. Kẹ́mi Àkànmú ẹ̀wọ̀n gèlè yáyá lórí àjíǹgbọ̀tọ̀kan ayé ló jẹ́ òjijì yá ẹ̀wọ̀n gèlè yáyá lórí àjíǹgbọ̀tọ̀kan ó yá kọ́lá lòlò àlùjọ. Ṣẹ́gun Àkànmú mo kíyẹ́kíyẹ́. Jẹ́jẹ́rẹ́ Bàdìjà Ògùn ìlú Ẹ̀fẹ̀.
I want to appreciate everyone here and say Eku Leo. I am Olori Oloye Kemi Akintola, Olori Alapa of Okeapa. Okeapa is along Ogbomoso and Oko. And we are here this morning because we are invited to honor your call. And that is why I'm here. I want to appreciate everybody. And I want to appreciate the entire radio station, which is Radio Nigeria. Eshegun. I'm appreciating Radio Nigeria because I will not say what others have been saying because I'm the only female. I think I will be the first female to be called upon this morning. Radio Nigeria has been a voice, the voiceless among the women. And that is why I honor your invitation. I think I've been partnering with this station for, I think about 2 or 3 years ago. And since then, we can feel their impact in the society. In the space of time, Radio Nigeria has been a radio that has always been promoting the culture among our people. And they disseminate information not only within themselves or within the town where they are located, but also around the territory. There was a time they floated the program on the girl child. I was invited to speak on female genital mutilation. And what I noticed was that people around, I mean the audience and the public, are ignorant of what female genital mutilation is, the advantages and the disadvantages. If not for this radio station, people that are not now informed about female genital mutilation, they will still be ignorant of that thing, if not for Radio Nigeria. So I want to say that I stand on the inspiring and graceful invitation just to appreciate you and say you continue with this, your work in your radio station. This has really made you to be distinct from other stations in this country, Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Olori. Please come to this side. We'd like to quickly listen to a short profile about you. Stand by. Let's roll.
Her Royal Majesty Olori Joel Oyekemi Akintola, the Olori of Alapa of Okeapa, born in Ogbomoso in the early 1970s to the late Pa Paul Kolapo Sholadoye and late Reverend Mrs. Juliana Oladoyinbo Sholadoye. Olori Joel Oyekemi Akintola is a renowned woman of substance and valor. As the first child of 5, she's made significant contributions to education, humanitarian services, and community development. She attended her primary education at Oshukpa Baptist School, Ogbomoso, from 1976 to 1982. Later moved to Ogbomoso Baptist High School from 1982 to 1987 for her secondary school education. She had Nigeria Certificate in Education NCE from the Federal College of Education in 1993. Also, a BA Ed in English from the University of Ado-Ekiti in the year 2002. Her master's MSc in Social Work at Ladoke Akintola University of Technology in the year 2011. And currently pursuing doctorate degree a Doctor of Philosophy at the same university, Ladoke Akintola University of Technology. She has worked at Pet Jane Group of Schools, LinkedIn Limited, and Oyo State Post-Primary Teaching Service Commission. Founded Women and Youth Ministry in Okiapa with impactful programs across the area. An administrator at College of Health Sciences, Lautech Ogbomoso, a high-profile gender advocate, Yoruba culture promoter, and an advocate for a just society. She has featured over time on radio and television programs discussing womanhood, girl-child rights, and culture. Also, she is a recipient of numerous awards, and today's will not be an exception, and with various accomplishments, including recognition at the Royal Women Workshop and Banquet organized by FFA Foundation in the year 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce these women of substance. Her Royal Majesty Olori Joel Oyekemi Akintola, the Olori of Alapa of Okiapa. Olade.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our Royal Mother will be presented with her award by the chairman of this occasion, Distinguished Dr. Fola Akioshu. Let's appreciate the chairman, Sheila.
Nítorí iná ló ṣe ń ṣàkọ. Nítorí iná ló ṣe ń ṣàkọ. Torí iná ló ṣe ń ṣàkọ olórí aya ọba. Nítorí iná ló ṣe ń ṣàkọ torí pé bàbá ń bẹ̀lẹ̀ yẹ. Rọ ló ṣe ń ṣàkọ. Bá mi àkànmú mú kí ẹ. Torí iná ló ṣe ń ṣàkọ. Èjìlá alákọ̀ọ́. Torí iná ló ṣe ń ṣàkọ. Kẹ́mi òkú sì di. Torí iná ló ṣe ń ṣàkọ. Ayọ̀ torí iná ló ṣe ń ṣàkọ. Olórí torí iná ló ṣe ń ṣàkọ.
Permit me to say that this award is unique. It is a honor to the female gender. She is the first female receiving an award here today. Olori, we congratulate you and we thank you for the part you have played among women. We want you to continue, and more awards, more recognition shall follow. This award, Major Stakeholders Award, is presented to you, Olori Joel Oyekemi Akintola, today, and it is just the beginning for you. Several more greater awards shall come. I congratulate you.
Olórí ọba torí náà lè ṣe ṣàkọ. Olórí ọba torí náà lè ṣe ṣàkọ. Bàbá mi torí náà ló ṣe ṣàkọ. Nítorí náà ló ṣe ṣòge. Torí náà ló ṣe ṣàkọ. Olórí aya ọba.
Tíra
Látàpá.
a fẹ́ gbọ́rọ̀ láti ẹnu olórí Joel Oyekemi Akintola, ọmọ alápàmọ́jà ọ̀rà, ọmọ gbálẹ̀gbálẹ̀ ọ̀rà, kẹ́ni má gbàrà wé kí ọ̀ka ńlá ó lè rí ibi yan ni o. Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ Ògbómọjúgun, ògbókògbó nísàlẹ̀ káfògbókògbó lókè, ọmọ Ajagungbadé. Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ níbi wọ́n gbé ń jẹ kàkí ó tó jẹ̀kọ yangan. Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ ogun òjàjàjà kó kó Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ rí. Olórí a fẹ́ gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu yín.
I want to say sincerely that I am truly honored and humbled, grateful to receive this award today. I want to thank the leadership of this recognition. I mean the leadership of the Radio Nigeria. And I especially want to thank every incredible team that has put all these things together today just for this success of this day. I appreciate everyone, and this achievement for me today is just a testament of the little that I've been able to do in impacting the lives of women and girl child in the society. And I stand here to tell people today that this is just the beginning of what I will still do more. It is not something we can say that it has ended because I've received an award. But I'm telling you today that it will give me room to do more. Just an encouragement for me to do more. And I pray, by God's willing, this will be possible for me in the mighty name of Jesus. I'm saying this award is presented to the women in this country because we know that we are being sidetracked in this country. A lot of things happen in the country of which women are not involved. But we that we are promoting culture, we are trying traditionally to make sure that we remain voice to the voiceless, to the women in the society. And I pray that by God's willing, more people will still join me to be able to do this. And we continue to achieve as we grow older in Jesus' mighty name. I want to present this, just as I've said, I present it to the women. I present it to the creator of my soul, which is God Almighty, who has made it possible for me to be able to see this day, and who has not blindfolded Radio Nigeria and made them to see that there are people out there, not only in Ibadan, that should be recognized. I present this to my children again and all my friends that are here celebrating with me. And I pray that this will not be the end of my receiving an award, but will be the beginning to receive more, just as my presenter has said. So I want to appreciate everybody. Thank you very much. Concerning what I will give, just as the people that at first I was just laughing where I was seated, that everybody here will say, I will not pronounce what I want to give. Traditionally, it is not accepted. But before leaving this place, I will transfer it to you. So that is what I will use to support this program today. And I pray that God will continue to help the Radio Nigeria as we continue to forge ahead amongst the rest in this country, Nigeria.
Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ jẹ́ ká jọ débẹ̀ o. Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ jẹ́ ká jọ débẹ̀ o.
Ẹ ṣeun.
Èèyàn ńlá ló rògbòmọ̀ṣọ́. Ìlú Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ kò ní bàjẹ́. Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ jẹ́ ká jọ débẹ̀ o.
I'm sorry. I forgot to appreciate the
We sincerely apologize for loss of signal from an outside broadcast where our event Impact Expansion Assembly is happening live at Ogunlesi Hall opposite UCH First Gate, Ibadan. We're going to continue as soon as we get a clear signal. Stay with us.
Premier FM 93.5.
The National Broadcast Academy, Ikeja, Lagos, announces another set of basic courses: broadcast presentation, broadcast production, broadcast journalism, broadcast engineering, media marketing, digital studio management, and information and communication technology. From September 29th to November 7th, 2025. Lectures held Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. for 6 weeks. Prospective candidates must be degree or HND holders, school certificate holders with credit in English may be considered. Admission form can be obtained online at www.napba.edu.nj. National Broadcast Academy is at number 1A Adekunle Fajuyi Way, Ikeja, GRA, Lagos. For further information, call 0805 307 8029 or 0803 394 1805 or go on the social media platform facebook.com/mbacademy.ng. Announcer, the management.
orí tó máa dákẹ́ dandan tó kó dákẹ́ orí tó sì máa jó ìjọba ní kókó jó yìí iléeṣẹ́ rédíò nàìjíríà amúlùkọ́ ẹ̀fọ́ ìmọ̀lẹ́ ìbàdàn yóò pẹ̀lú his royal majesty ọba dr rasheed adébọ̀ ládọjà ládébọ̀ wàm yóò gorí tí àwọn baba ńlá wọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí olùbàdàn tuntun fún ilẹ̀ ìbàdàn èyí tó máa wáyé ní ọjọ́ kẹrìndínlọ́gbọ̀n oṣù yìí 26 september 2025 àwọn fi àsìkò yìí pé gbogbo ẹ̀yẹ lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́ ẹ̀yìn bọ́gbà lọ́gbà àti gbogbo ẹ̀yìn aráàlú yípe ààyè ti wà láti wá kí kábíyèsí tuntun olùbàdàn ti ilẹ̀ ìbàdàn his royal majesty ọba dr rasheed adébọ̀ ládọjà pẹ̀lú owó pàṣẹrẹ ní ilé-iṣẹ́ wa rédíò amúdùbọ̀ fm wọn níyà ìbàdàn his royal majesty ọba dr rasheed adébọ̀ ládọjà ọmọ orí pẹ̀lú ọmọ wúrà wúrà fún bàbá agbákígbà tó gbé ìgbàkígbà kẹkẹ sọ fún ẹ̀kọ́lẹ́ àlàyé ẹ máa pè sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí 08036724271 tàbí 08088040937 08088040937 ẹ sì tún lè kàn sí yàrá ìkéde àti ìgbóhùn ọjà wa nílé iṣẹ́ rédíò amúdùbọ̀ fm wọn níyà ìbàdàn a ó máa retí yín o. sọ ní dálágbára ẹ máa yọ ṣẹṣẹ máa lò ní ẹ máa yọ ẹ máa yọ ẹ máa jó ẹ máa yọ ṣẹṣẹ ọlọ́run ti bọ̀ yọ jáde wá ẹ máa yọ bóyá jọ ọ̀rọ̀ tó lọ lọ́wọ́ yìí lọ́wọ́ yìí lọ́wọ́ yìí ọ̀rọ̀ tó lọ lọ́wọ́ yìí. àṣeyẹ òun lọ lọ́rùn ọlọ́run tó bá ní bẹ́ẹ̀ kò sí dájà èyí tó fi ń ronú ó yára wẹ̀bẹ̀ sí òun àbẹ̀bẹ̀ àbábọ̀ wípé fìdí lọ́kàn balẹ̀ fìdí lọ́kàn balẹ̀ fìdí lọ́kàn balẹ̀ jẹ́ kó bọ́ sí fún mi ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó ṣe ṣe fún mi ọlọ́run. Jẹ́ kó bọ́ sí fún mi ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó ṣe ṣe fún mi ọlọ́run ìní lọ́gbọ̀n balẹ̀. Kódà kí dáàbò pọ̀ kódà kí kóró pọ̀ kódà kí dáàbò pọ̀ kódà kí kóró pọ̀ ó máa ń pọ̀ ọkàn lẹ́ni ó máa ń mú ọkàn ṣáko lọ́ní ó tún máa ń mú ọkàn ọ̀rọ̀ sí ni ìmí lọ́gbọ̀n balẹ̀ olúwa ìmí lágbára balẹ̀ ìmí lágbára balẹ̀ ìmí lọ́gbọ̀n balẹ̀ yẹ kó bá sí fún mi ọlọ́run yẹ kó ṣe sí fún mi ọlọ́run ìmí lọ́gbọ̀n balẹ̀ ó yá máa wí pé ìmọ̀ kó lè ṣe tèmi. Mo mọ̀ kò lè ṣe tèmi aṣèlú ìwọ náà àtùkù bá mi ṣe kò sóhun tó lè fún pani kò mọ̀ kó lè ṣe tèmi o. Kábíyèsí mo mọ̀ kò lè ṣe tèmi torí pé ó ń gbọ́ná owó sàn ó ń tí òkú dìde lélẹ́lẹ́lẹ́ ń wá ń wá lélẹ́lẹ́lẹ́ ń wá ń wá mo mọ̀ kò lè ṣe tèmi. Ibi ìlànà balẹ̀ ibi ìlànà balẹ̀ ibi ìlànà balẹ̀ yẹ kó bá sí mi ọlọ́run yẹ kó ṣe ṣe fún mi ọlọ́run ibi ìlànà ó yẹ má dá mi dá sóko. Ọkọ ọlọ́run wí pé sẹ́rẹ̀ má dá mi dá ṣòro mi o ṣe ni kò ràn mí lọ́wọ́ o ọlọ́run má dá mi dá ṣòro mi má dá mi dá ṣòro mi o ṣe ni kò ràn mí lọ́wọ́ orí ńlọ́lẹ̀ ilé pàṣẹ. Kábíyèsí orí mi lọ́lẹ̀ ilé pàṣẹ. Bàbá dá sọ fọ́lẹ̀ aláré mi. Ṣé bàbá tó láì lọ́ọ̀lẹ̀ ṣe ni kò ràn mí lọ́wọ́ kó wá ṣàánú fún mi ní. Má dá mi dá ṣòro mi. Ọlọ́run má dá mi dá ṣòro mi o. Ṣé ni kò ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Ọlọ́run bá mi tètè ayé mi. Má ti ní dára tí o rẹ̀ dáadáa. Ọlọ́run bá mi tètè ayé mi. Má ti ní dára tí o rẹ̀ dáadáa.
máa wò ní ìran. Má fi mí dára tí ó dàdàdàdàdà láyé mi. Ọlọ́run bàbá o, má mi gbèlò ayé mi. Má fi mí dára tí ó dàdà. Mo dára tó dàbí kàdé tó máa tàrí. Ìlọ ìgbòdòlè, ó ti jẹ́ pẹ́sidẹ̀ntì Nàìjíríà. Alálàyé máwo mi nínú òwe. Lọ́kọ́rí fún ayé mi. Orísun ayé mi kò lè sún rere. Ìgbò tí ayé mi lè ní ti pọ̀. Omi dandan fúnra mi bàbá bá mi pẹ̀lú ayé mi. Má mi bí dára tí ó dà. Mo fẹ́ kó mọ̀ tó máa gbọ́, onígbàgbọ́ ní jìnnà wá dérè dé. Onígbàgbọ́ ní jìnnà wá dérè dé. Onígbàgbọ́ ní jìnnà wá dérè dé sẹ́yìn. Onígbàgbọ́ ní jìnnà wá dérè dé. Onígbàgbọ́ ní jìnnà gbé ní yáàbù. Onígbàgbọ́ ní onígbàgbọ́ ni ayọ̀ mi yá. Onígbàgbọ́ ni ayọ̀ mi yá dé. Wọ́n tún gbé owó onígbàgbọ́ ni àgbọ̀wọ́ dé. Wọ́n gbé owó ní wọ́n gbé kù ilé wọn gbọ́ ládé. Onígbàgbọ́ ni àgbọ̀wọ́ dé. Onígbàgbọ́ ni ìgbòho ni ààbò. Onígbàgbọ́ ni ìgbòho ni ààbò. Ìdílé ní ìgbòho ọdún mọ́ ẹ̀ ló dé sẹ́wọ̀n. Onígbàgbọ́ ni ìgbòho ni ààbò. Nípa rí bẹ́ẹ̀ má fi ìrònú pa ara rẹ̀ òkúrò tó dé. Má fi ìrònú pa ara rẹ̀ ìtọ́lá yẹn tó dé sẹ́wọ̀n. Má fi ìrònú pa ara rẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ tó kù yọ. Ìrònú ló bá nǹkan nígbà àgbọ̀ jẹ́ ìṣòro. Ara rẹ̀ òkúrò tó dé. Má fi ìrònú pa ara rẹ̀ ìtọ́lá tó dé. Má fi ìrònú pa ara rẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ tó kù yọ. Ìrònú ló bá nǹkan nígbà àgbọ̀ jẹ́ ìṣòro. Ó dára ká máa múnú ara wa dùn nígbà gbogbo. Ó dára ká máa múnú ara wa dùn nígbà gbogbo. Láyé múra wa nínú ìròyìn tí yóò dá nǹkan orí òní náà lé. Bàbá a ò dá ohun ọlọ́run ní. Òun bá ń lé. Bàbá a ò dá ohun ọlọ́run ní. Ìròyìn ò dá nǹkan ó bá bá tẹ́jọ́ ni. Ìròyìn kò dá nǹkan ó bá tẹ́jọ́ ni ṣe wá. Má fi ìròyìn pa ara rẹ̀ lórí tó dé. Má fi ìròyìn pa ara rẹ̀ lórí tó dé. Má fi ìròyìn pa ara rẹ̀ lórí tó dé. Ìròyìn kò dá nǹkan ó bá nǹkan jẹ́ ni. Ibi tó bọ̀ fún ẹ lọ, ibi gíga ni. Ibi tó lọ fún ẹ lọ, ibi gíga ni. Tó bá ti wá ìròyìn pa ara rẹ̀ lórí tó dé. Tó bá ti wá ìròyìn ṣe àwọn ẹgbẹ́ sí gbogbo. Má fi ìròyìn pa ara rẹ̀ gbogbo ẹni tó kù yọ. Ìròyìn kò dá nǹkan ó ń bá nǹkan ọjọ́ ìṣòro. Wọ́n ní ìṣòro ara ìṣòro yé má fi ìrònú pa ara rẹ̀ gbogbo ẹni tó kù yọ. Ìròyìn kò dá nǹkan ó ń bá nǹkan ọjọ́ ìròyìn kò dá nǹkan ìròyìn kò dá nǹkan má ronú. Torí pé ọ̀nà ẹ̀sìn ìlú wọn ní èdè ń bẹ nípa tí a jẹ níbẹ̀ nípa tí ẹ ó máa máa wọlé kọ́ máa jáde kọ́ máa lo kọ́ máa mú kọ́ máa kórè wọlé kọ́ máa jáde. Ó pọ̀ jù ìwọ tó jẹ́ pé ìrìn àjò ẹ̀ gba lọ́ńdọ̀ ó gba lọ́ńdọ̀ kọjá ó máa dé England ó tún gba Canada ó máa lọ sí Canada yẹn o ó máa máa lọ máa máa bọ̀ máa kórè wọlé máa máa ó pọ̀ jù. Amẹ́ Ìbàdàn ni. Àtúndá Amẹ́ríkà yẹn o. Àlọ́ tí yóò bá Ìbàdàn. Orí ọmọ ológo nìyẹn o. Ìjọ ẹ̀bá mẹ́. Wà á fẹsẹ̀ kan dé dọ̀bí. Wà á lọ bí wọn ní dọ̀bí. Àbúrò wálé wà láyọ̀ wá o. Ní Nàìjíríà yo. Nínú ìtawà yo. Oṣù ọ̀gbìn a máa làbí ọmọ ilé ìyá yo. Gbogbo wa pátá ni mo sọ. Ní Nàìjíríà yo. Gbẹ̀ngbẹ̀ tí gbẹ̀ngbẹ̀ tí gbẹ̀ngbẹ̀ tí gbẹ̀ngbẹ̀ tí gbẹ̀ngbẹ̀ tí. Tó bá fẹ́ ga, ọwọ́ ẹ̀ lókè. Tó bá fẹ́ ga, ọwọ́ ẹ̀ lókè. Ó yá gbọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ sórí ẹ̀, ó yá máa ṣe báyìí. Orí sókè, orí sókè, orí ìgbàjà yé lọ, ìgbàjà yé lọ. Àṣàbẹ̀ ti sú mi, ìrìnbẹ̀ sùn túmọ̀, ìrìnbẹ̀ ojúmọ̀. Ìmí gbọ́ngbọ́n, ọmọ ológo, ìmí gbọ́ngbọ́n, ọmọ alá.
Bọ́yá tí ń borí orú àrùn wọ̀ sí ti inú ẹ̀gbìnlá iná ní wọ̀ṣọ́ onídà.
Ìyá táwọn wá ìyá táwọn wá ìyá táwọn wá ń bọ́ lọ́nà. Ó bá lè ní inú ọ̀dẹ̀ náà mú wa. Inú ọ̀dẹ̀ ló wà ó rí pọ́jù ó ti sú ni. Ẹ má bínú bá rẹ̀. Tètè lọ́kọ́ gbogbo ilẹ̀ tó wà níta àtẹ̀gùnlé àtẹ̀yìn tó wà nínú ilé ìdáná kó o lọ dà sójú tó. Mo ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ni màá pẹ́ táwọn ń sìn. Táwọn o táwọn mo lè wọ ọmọ ìwà lọ táwọn o. Ọmọ mi. Sílẹ̀ wọ́n lọ bá kó gbọ́ ilẹ̀ tó wà ní iwájú ilé àtẹ̀yìnkùlé kó lọ dà sójú àgbàlá. Ó dá mo ti gbọ́ ọmọ mi ṣé ń gbé tẹ̀kùlé náà lọ. Kẹ́rì ọmọ. Ìyá táwọn wá bàbá táwọn wá ìyá táwọn wá kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ bàbá táwọn wá kí ló dé. Àánú yín sì ṣe mí pé kí ni àánú yín ṣe mí. Ẹ fẹ́ da ilẹ̀ tẹ́ ti ń kó jọ àti ti ẹ̀kùlé àti ti kẹsẹ̀rẹ̀ àti ti kẹlẹ̀ ẹ fẹ́ dà sójú àgbàrá. Kì í ṣe wọ̀ fún ẹ̀dá náà ẹ fẹ́ rí tí ọwọ́ bá tẹ̀ yín ìbàdàn ìjọba ti ṣe ètò àwọn ibi tí ẹ̀rọ náà da àwọn ilẹ̀ yín sí àwọn ibi tí lè dáhùn tí ìjọba ti ṣe ètò ń bẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀lọ́ da ilẹ̀ sí ẹnikẹ́ni tí ìjọba bá gbámú ẹ̀yin náà wò ẹ̀kún omi ló ń fa wàhálà bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ̀kún omi ló ń fa kiri owó ẹ̀kún omi ń gbé èèyàn lọ ó ń gbé mọ́tò lọ mú wa ara nǹkan tí sì ní wọ́n fàrí tọ̀ látọ̀ni lọ àtúndàgbẹ̀ sójú àgbàrá mọ́. ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn náà gbọ́ wo ẹ̀yin èèyàn bí ìyá táwọn àti bàbá táwọn ẹ má dalẹ̀ sójú àgbàrá ẹ jẹ́ kó mi ó rí bi lọ àwọn bùdó ìdálẹ̀ tíjọba ti ṣètò ẹ̀ lọ́ máa dalẹ̀ yín bẹ́ẹ̀. iléeṣẹ́ rédíò amúlùdùn máa ń níyà Ìbàdàn ló ń ké tọ̀tọ̀ yí pé ẹ jẹ́ àdẹ́kùn à ń dalẹ̀ sójú àgbàrá kó mi ó lè rí bi lọ. ẹbí fíìmù dáhùn yóò gbàgbé náà torí kò ní apá kò lọ́wọ́ àbọ̀ ní o. tọ́lá bàbá bẹ́ẹ̀ dá máa ń dá so ẹ̀wọ́n ti rè méjì sọ́sọ́ wọn dà ní ilé ìwé. àmì ẹbí fíìmù dáhùn yóò gbàgbé náà torí kò ní apá kò lọ́wọ́ àbọ̀ ní o. tọ́lá bàbá bẹ́ẹ̀ dá máa ń dá so ẹ̀wọ́n ti rè méjì sọ́sọ́ wọn dà ní ilé ìwé. ẹgbẹ́ tí mo bá ń bú ga ọ̀ tí mo bá ń bú ga tí mo bá ń bú ga ọ̀ tí mo bá ń bú ga tí mo ń jẹ mọ́ sọ́ọ̀tù tuntun jẹ́ ọmọ tó ṣe o. àwọn olóògbé tó yẹ pé wọn kò bá ọ̀ àwọn ọmọ wọn lọ pé kí ni ìbàdàn ṣe. aláwọ̀ gbogbo wọn bá àánú orí yẹn bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ká àwọn olùkọ́ lẹ́yìn ìjọba sọ́mọ́. ṣé ká máa sá àbẹ̀mí àbí àdúró. ẹ̀kọ́jẹ́ ká máa ń bá àbẹ̀mí àbí àdúró. àwọn ìsáré mú àwọn òkú. torí o ẹ̀kọ́ kan kì í lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ láàwọ̀ àlàbí jẹ́ gbọ́. ojú ọ̀run bá sùn àwọn òkútẹ́yẹ gbòógù ni o. láì fọ́pá dùn rárá bí o. àlàfo ẹgbẹ́ òmù aláwọ̀ ìjọba sọ́kàn. ìgbà tó yí bọ́bọ́ lórí wẹ́sẹ̀ bọ́ọ̀lù lórí àlàbí bọ́wọ́ ní ètò àdìgbòjò tàbí àbábọ̀ nílé rámà sọ ní ìwúlẹ̀ ìyẹn ní jókòó náà ayé ìrìnà ìyàn àìríjẹ́ bàbá ìlọ́pọ̀ yóò àtà lọ́pọ̀ yóò àṣọ sí i. ẹbí jẹ́ bàbá ìlọ́pọ̀
ọkùnrin wà sọ sí mi. pásítọ̀ mi ló sọ ọ̀rọ̀ wa ipò tó wà níbẹ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ ti gbọ́ náà sọ fún akọ́dẹ́ kan nìjọ́ dání o wọ́n ní gbogbo náà yóò ní jọ́ sí o lẹ́yìn tó bá bọ̀sọ̀ ní àtọ́ lẹ́yìn tó bá bọ̀sọ̀ ní àtọ́. pásítọ̀ mi ló sọ ọ̀rọ̀ wa ipò tó wà níbẹ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ ti gbọ́ wọ́n sọ fún akọ́dẹ́ kan nìjọ́ dání o wọ́n ní gbogbo náà yóò ní jọ́ sí o lẹ́yìn tó bá bọ̀sọ̀ ní àtọ́ lẹ́yìn tó bá bọ̀sọ̀ ní àtọ́. torí pé inú mẹ́ta ò ní padà ètò àti pẹ́ẹ́pẹ́ àní sáùdì ò yí padà ètò àti pẹ́ẹ́pẹ́ jerusalem ò yí padà oṣù àbẹ́ ẹ̀mí ara mi òkè ni mo ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀dá gbogbo bíbí ọjà ara pàṣẹ o ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ààrẹ ó jẹ́ mi sílẹ̀ ní ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ sísè òkè ni mo ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀dá gbogbo bíbí agbada pé kò máa gbà wọ́n ti ṣe iná pẹ̀lú ìyá bí òtítọ́ mi sábà so igi kan lè dáàbò ṣe o yàrá bàbá fi ìsàlẹ̀ sí àgbáyé pẹ̀jẹ́ ẹ sọ fún ọ pé pàbílẹ̀tì ìsàlẹ̀ máa lo ìgbà rẹ pàbílẹ̀tì ìlọrin máa lo ìgbà rẹ pàbílẹ̀tì ìlọrin máa lo ìgbà rẹ àní pàbílẹ̀tì ìlọrin máa lo ìgbà rẹ pàbílẹ̀tì ìlọrin máa lo ìgbà rẹ. Mojúbọ́rẹ́ ní ilé ìfún ní àṣìṣà. Abúlé náà ní ní ilé ìgbàlígbà ẹ̀. Lábàbọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ tàbí ilé ìlú tuntun lé. Tuntun lé lẹ́yìn ìyẹn máa kó ọ̀gá sáàmù ìgbàlá mi. Ṣèjì gbọ́ pé sípúlá ṣẹ̀dọ̀ ló dé Bábúlé. Bábúlé ti wá ní ìtàkùn ọ̀rọ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá náà kò fi wá ní sí ìdíyó. Ìdílé ṣẹ̀dọ̀ ló dé bọ́ọ̀lù fún ìdíyó. Àdìgbẹ́sẹ̀ ìrẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ bá tó mú fún ìwọlé o. Èyí yàtọ̀ òní láàárín ìrìnàjò. Gbogbo ìrìnàjò mi ní ìpínlẹ̀ ìjọ ìfún ìyá àjẹjẹ sí ìrọ̀lù. Kárawájú òní ní ìrìn ẹ̀yọ. Ọlọ́run nínú mi bá ẹ̀sùn máa ń dá ọ̀rá. Ìfọwọ́ ní ìdí ìbàjẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́. Àbẹ̀rẹ̀ àwọn ọlọ́pẹ̀ ẹ̀fọn ara bí. Àlàyé àtẹ̀bàjẹ́ bábá máa ń wí. Wọ́n ní pàṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n wọ̀ lórí tó. Olórí tó lò ń sọ. Pàṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n wọ̀ lórí tó lò ń sọ.
Láti ìkànnì agbọ́dúnú amúlùdún FM 99.2 amúná Ìbàdàn náà láti ń fún yín ní orin ọlọ́kan òjọ̀kan ní ẹ̀yìn ìgbà tí a ti lọ darapọ̀ mọ́ olùléṣẹ́ wa ní ọba Adébíyìnpé níbi tí a ti ń mú bí ètò àpérò ìpàdé àmúgbòrò iléeṣẹ́ rédíò Nàìjíríà bó ṣe ń lọ wá nínú gbọ̀ngàn Professor Theophilus tó wà ní UCH. Tí a bá ti láǹfààní àti darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn ẹ̀ tún mọ̀ gbọ́ wa bí ó ṣe ń lọ ṣùgbọ́n ní báyìí aago 2 ti lù.
Ẹ káàsán o ìròyìn àgbáyé ló ń dé sétí ìgbọ̀yìn láti iléeṣẹ́ rédíò amúlùdùn 99.1 FM ẹ̀ka ti rédíò Nàìjíríà ẹkùn Ìbàdàn tó wà ní Mọ́níyà. Ẹ tún lè gbọ́ wa lórí ìtàkùn àgbáyé www.radionigeriaibadan.gov.ng. Bákan náà lẹ́tún lè máa wò wá kétékété lórí ìkànnì abánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ Facebook amúlùdùn 99.1 FM. Ṣáájú ẹ gbọ́ àwọn kókó tó wà nínú ìròyìn ọ̀hún. Ààrẹ Tinubu pàṣẹ pé kí ìpèsè epo rọ̀bì ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Ògònì. Ilé alájà méjì dàwó nílùú Èkó. Ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Malawi gbà kan rí jáwé olúborí nínú ètò ìdìbò sípò ààrẹ.